they feel, according to her saying, they feel that the employer is not on their behalf. Thank you very much. And it's okay if we lengthen the concern or talk about it, because here we are going to benefit more if we have an interactive session. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much for fixing up the ratio back again to the norms.
I guess if I understand the question is basically how you balance the management view of expatriate labor versus Saudi labor, how there is an effective balance between the two. Look, I guess there's no simple answer to that. It comes back to the type of business, it comes back to management's attitude and why they're particularly doing that. I think that what changed in the last 12 months in the region is probably the argument that I would use to favor more development of Saudi employees. And that is that particularly in Dubai, but also here, Bahrain, Qatar and elsewhere, the number of expatriates that left almost overnight was phenomenal. You look at the Dubai situation, the thousands of cars abandoned at the airport, they just cleared out. And they left in their droves, and they left at all different levels of management. And there were significant vacuums created as a result. And that, more than anything to me, would be the message that I would use to drive home to management here, that whilst it's already well and good to have an expatriate workforce, they're there for the money, not necessarily there for the benefit of the firm, and they can just as easily leave and leave these vacuums. And I would use that as the background to develop a better argument within the firm for a greater career development process for Saudi nationals in order to fill these potential vacancies and gaps should this occur again. And even if it doesn't occur again, the numbers have not come back, these gaps are still there, the impact is still obvious. And I guess I would try and find genuine, actual ways of getting management to reconsider and rethink the way in which they manage that sort of career development. And I think that's probably as general a question as I can answer.
Yeah, as you said, it is a very complex issue, and we try to cover a lot of subject in here in very short time. Well, thank you very much for giving this and starting with setting the scene for the rest of the 2 days. We've covered lots of areas, very important areas, which is the employee engagement, building the trust, and you shared with us a very practical agenda of how to uplift the organization and introduce the ingredients of more engaged employees. The employee engagement, as we all know, it's about the cognitive, what the employee think about the organization, and also what they feel about it, as well as what they behave in it. And with this, I extend my sincere appreciation for you and for the organizing committee for selecting this subject to start with. Please join me in thanking again Mr. Bob Ali. Thank you. Thank you. With this, we reach the end of session 1.
Yeah, sure. So thank you very much, Bob. Bob, just in case your recommendation or consultancy to our colleague there, the guy who's just using Japanese, doesn't work, and anticipating the next language he might use, would you think the solution could be in hiring someone who speaks both Japanese and Chinese?
Yes, and Korean and probably 4 others.
Okay, so you got it. Okay.
There are more than 20 languages
that
on the
concludes
machine.
modern ways to increase employee engagement, the first session. بذلك ننتهي من الجلسة الأولى. I would like to thank the moderator of this session, Mr. Fawzi Boubsheit, President of the Arabian Society for Human Resource Management, and also Mr. Bob Ailey, the keynote speaker, the Managing Director of the Bahrain-based Workforce Management Group. Mr. Boubsheit would like to present an honoring plaque here, or a memorial gift to Mr. Bob Ailey. Thank you very much, Mr. Ailey. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I would like to invite Mr. Abdurrahman bin Ibrahim Al-Jalal, who's the Assistant Secretary الأستاذ عبد الرحمن بن إبراهيم الجلال مساعد الأمين العام للشؤون الإدارية غرفة الشرقية ليسلم درع التكريم لرئيس الجلسة to hand the honoring plaque to the moderator, Mr. Fawzi Boubshet. Thank you very much, sir. We are not going to a break. ما عندنا استراحة يا أخوان. سنذهب مباشرة للجلسة الثانية بينما يقوم الأخوان هنا بإعداد المكان. في الجلسة الثانية إن شاء الله نرحب بمتحدثين، وسيكون موضوع الجلسة الثانية دور القيادة في بناء بيئة العمل في المملكة العربية السعودية. يرأس الجلسة الأستاذ غانم الغانم مدير عام إدارة التطوير والتخطيط الاستراتيجي صندوق تنمية الموارد البشرية. المتحدثون في هذه الجلسة كانوا ثلاثة لكن اعتذر أحدهم وهو الدكتور هلال الطويرقي لظروف صحية، نتمنى له إن شاء الله الصحة والسلامة. وبقي معنا متحدثان المهندس صالح بن فهد النزهة الرئيس والمسؤول التشغيلي الأعلى شركة التصنيع الوطنية المعروفة بتصنيع، والدكتور وافي داوود جعفر رئيس مجلس إدارة مجموعة دبي للجودة رئيس التميز المؤسسي هيئة المعرفة والتنمية البشرية دبي الإمارات العربية المتحدة. Moving on to session 2, ladies and gentlemen, and the subject is going to be the role of leadership in building a better workplace in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. The moderator is Mr. Ghanem Al-Ghanem, the General Director of Development and Strategic Planning, Human Resources Development Fund, or HRDF. And we had originally had three speakers, but one of them apologized, could not come for health reasons. He's Dr. Hilal Al-Twergi, the board chairman الطويرقي Holding Group. أذكر هنا الأستاذ أو سعادة الدكتور هلال الطويرقي هو رئيس مجلس إدارة مجموعة الطويرقي القابضة. He apologized, he could not come, and we wish him good health, inshallah. So we have two speakers, inshallah, in the second session. Mr. or Engineer Saleh Al-Nuzha, President and Chief Operating Officer, National Industrialization Company, Tasni'. And the second speaker is Dr. Wafi Dawood Jafar. He's Board Chairman, Dubai Quality Group, and also Chief of Organizational Excellence, Knowledge and Human Development Authority, Dubai, United Arab Emirates. I'm pleased to invite the speakers and the moderator. Ustad Ghanem Al-Ghanem, موجود. تفضل Ustad Ghanem. Mr. Ghanem Al-Ghanem, the moderator, General Director, Development and Strategic Planning, Human Resources Development Fund. وسعادة المهندس صالح بن فهد النزهة الرئيس والمسؤول التشغيلي الأعلى شركة التصنيع الوطنية تصنيع، والدكتور وافي داوود جعفر رئيس مجلس إدارة مجموعة دبي للجودة رئيس التميز المؤسسي هيئة المعرفة والتنمية البشرية. أذكر بعنوان الجلسة دور القيادة في بناء بيئة العمل في المملكة. The subject of session 2, the role of leadership in building a better workplace in the kingdom. والكلمة الآن للأستاذ غانم الغانم. I hand you over to Mr. غانم الغانم. تفضل أستاذ غانم.
بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. أصحاب السعادة والأخوة والأخوات المشاركون، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. نبدأ هذا الصباح معكم انطلاقا من مبدأ التطوير والبناء الداخلي للمنظمات، والذي يتمثل في إيجاد أفضل بيئة عمل محفزة وجاذبة للكفاءات والجدارات القادرة على تحويل فشل المنظمات إلى نجاحات مستمرة في ظل التقلبات الاقتصادية العالية للاستحواذ على فرص النجاح وضمان الاستمرار والازدهار المادي والمعنوي. وقد أثبتت معظم الدراسات والتجارب أن القيادة الإدارية تمثل حجر الزاوية في بناء بيئة العمل الملائمة والمحركة للطاقات الكامنة لدى مواردها البشرية.